Welcome back. Today's lesson is 5.2. It's slope-intercept form and graphing lines. So y equals mx plus b is slope-intercept form. And when we've got slope-intercept form, this m we talked about before, that m is the slope. Or how steep our line is. It's the constant rate of change. We learned about slope in 5.1. So m stands for the slope in this equation, and b stands for the y-intercept. This is new, potentially new for you. So the y-intercept is where the line or the graph crosses or intercepts the y-axis. And remember, the y-axis is this one, the vertical axis. And that's the x-axis on a coordinate plane. So it's where your graph or your line is going to cross or intercept, like football, interception. That means someone cut it off, it's crossing, it's touching, it's where it crosses the y-axis. And every single time you've got the y-axis being crossed, just a little side note, x is going to equal 0. You'll be able to see it better when we do an example on the graph. I thought this was funny. Math joke. All right, let's practice. We want to graph these. So the first one, we've got y equals 2x plus 3, where 2 is the slope, or m, and 3 is the y-intercept, or b. I'm going to start graphing with the y-intercept. So it crosses the y-axis at positive 3. Right there. That's the y-intercept. And then for our slope, it's 2. That's m, our slope. And it's rise over run, so it's going to be up 2 and over 1. It's 2 over 1 is the same as 2. And a lot of times they like you to add a couple points there. You can also just go down in the other direction and extend it if you want, but you really just need the 2 points to make your graph. Let's do the next one. We've got y equals 1/2 x, that's m, plus 1. That is the y-intercept. It crosses the y-axis. This is the y-axis. It crosses there at 1. And then our slope is rise over run. It's 1 over 2. We go up 1 and over 2. And there's our graph. And then we've got our last one. Y equals negative 1/3 x. That's m for slope. Plus 0, and that is the y-intercept. our our line crosses that y-axis at 0, it's plus 0, and we're going to go, it's rise over run, but it's negative, so we're going to go down 1 and over 3. Down 1 and over 3. And there is our very terribly graphed line. So when you try to graph from slope-intercept form, it's really not too bad. You just need to know what the slope is and where the y-intercept is. And what I said before is that every time you got your y-intercept, whatever it is, the x is going to equal 0. You can see that here because look, it's always lining up, always, always, always going to be touching that y-axis, which means that x right here is 0. It's always, always, it's where it crosses this y-axis. All right? If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Please don't hesitate to reach out. I hope you have a wonderful day.